Every year on March 8th, we have a special holiday to celebrate women around the globe. Women haven't always been able to work, vote, or given the same rights as men. So this is a holiday that helps honor all the contributions in history and the present. To celebrate this great holiday, we are going to teach you all about some of the great women that have gotten us where we are today. Susan B. Anthony was a leader in women's rights and helped lead the way for women's suffrage in the United States. This gave women the right to vote. Susan grew up as a Quaker, which is a religion that teaches that everyone is equal. So she didn't find it fair that women were not treated the same as men. Susan wanted everyone to have equal rights, so she joined the anti-slavery movement and fought hard for women to vote. She worked for more than 50 years for women's rights, and while she was never able to vote, the 19th Amendment was passed. Congress made the legislation known as the Anthony Amendment. And in 1979, Susan B. Anthony became the first woman to ever be on a U.S. coin, the silver dollar. Rosa Parks was a very well-known civil rights activist who is known for not moving from her seat on the Freedom Train in Montgomery, Alabama. Rosa grew up when the city of Montgomery was still segregated, meaning there were different schools, churches, water fountains, and even parks for Black people and white people. Her act of protest caused a boycott of Montgomery buses that lasted over a year. A federal and Supreme Court ruled against segregated buses. Rosa's actions inspired and continue to inspire many other battles against unfair laws. She is a symbol of freedom and equality to many people today. Frida Kahlo was a Mexican artist best known for her self-portraits. Her art was heavily inspired by Mexican culture and used a lot of bright colors. Before becoming a painter, Frida was studying medicine, but changed her mind after being in a serious accident and undergoing 35 surgeries. While she was recovering, she would paint in bed and would paint self-portraits of herself to showcase the pain that she was going through. She created 143 paintings, and 55 of them are self-portraits. Frida's work has inspired many artists today, and she is viewed as the people's painter for continuing to paint through her struggles. Sacagawea was a Shoshone woman who was part of the Lewis and Clark's journey into the American West. At 16 years old, Sacagawea joined Lewis and Clark as an interpreter to talk to Native American people on their journey. She even went through the whole trip carrying a newborn baby on her back. She was skilled at finding plants and medicine that helped keep the group alive. She also saved important books and supplies when the boat capsized on the Missouri River. Sacagawea's bravery and skill were showcased in the expedition journals. Without her, the expedition might not have been successful. Michelle Kwan is a retired American figure skater. She won 5 world championships and 9 U.S. championships. She even won a silver and bronze medal at the Olympics. She began skating at 5 years old and competed in her first U.S. championship in 1993. Her artistry on the ice and her skating has been described as a blend of power and grace. She continues to be an icon for aspiring athletes and figure skaters. Now that we learned about some women that have inspired many and changed history, we encourage all of you to continue to learn about even more women who have changed the world.